So apparently we're playing Ninja Gaiden today. When I look at this intro, I'm like, huh. I cannot be the only one who sees that and looks at and thinks Ninja Gaiden. I can't be. Alright. Oh my goodness. As I start streaming, I get a message that my mom's cat has decided to run away. Give me just a second, guys. You know, I never know if I'm live on this new OBS studio. There's like no indication. It's like, yeah, it says I'm live, but other than that, I have no real indication of... Okay, so this is called Into the Gungeon. It's like a normal dungeon, but with, I'm not sure what, actually. Quesadillas? I don't know. Let's figure it out. What? Are these people I could play as? So I could play as the Halo guy. I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. Or that. I think? Can I move? Is that a thing? Hey, Praxis. Hey, Fab. Hey, Spirit. Hey, Longsword. How do I... Okay, so the convict can use revolvers, shotguns, Molotovs. The pilot can use, looks like laser pistols, lightsabers, and I don't know what the hell else that is. That looks like energy pistols and a helmet. That looks like a arquebus and a crossbow. I have no idea. I don't even know what I'm doing. It just dumped me in here, so I guess I'll pick you, because I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. Hey, what's up, dude? How's it going? How do I interact with you? Oh, you must be a new arrival. Let me guess, here to change the past, right? Well, you're not the first. There's no salvation here. I was like you once. Came to change the past. Now I have no future. Well, that's terrifying. Hey, Shadow Machine. And hello, Shuryu. Enter co-op? No. You can make it, Longsword. Hold there, convict. Before you descend, you might wish to learn the ways of the Gungeon from the great Manuel in the Halls of Knowledge. Halls of Knowledge are down on the left. Got it. Go do the tutorial, is what I'm hearing. I can make that happen. Whoa! I can also fall off the edge. I don't even know that was a thing to do. Okay. You know what I don't like? Books! Apparently. Wayward soul, approach me and press E to speak. For it is I, Sir Manuel. Heed my words, and I will... I don't know why I'm using the same voice for everyone. Heed my words, and I shall show you how to survive this accursed labyrinth. Continue through the door to begin your tutelage. Onward to greatness! Try flipping these tables or kicking those barrels with the E button. You can use those as cover in a gunfight. Yeah, get angry! There's nothing in any of those, but, you know, they will stop a bullet. Excellent interacting, pupil. Proceed to the next room. It's the most important lesson. You can dodge roll by pressing right click and a direction. You are invulnerable to gunfire during the first half of the dodge roll, but vulnerable again when you hit the ground. This means you can dodge through bullets and other hazards. It requires precise timing. When you give the word, I'll open the barrier. Use the dodge roll to reach the right side of the room without perishing. Wait until the last second, then press right. Okay, I'm ready. Let's do it. Nice work. An impasse! Well, okay. Yeah, I won't be doing that, fakey. Guys, I'm not covering Bethesda this year. Hi, Cladden. The dodge roll is the first and best way to avoid dying in a gunfight. Sometimes, though, the number of bullets can be overwhelming. For instance, there is no dodging through that, but there is a way to clear the path. These are called blanks. Using one will delete all enemy projectiles in a room and stop enemies from shooting for a short period. Why would I cover Bubsy, Psychotic? They will also push nearby enemies away. Okay. Excellent. Blanks refill every floor, so use them when you need to. Can also be found throughout the Gungeon, but I wouldn't rely on that. Onward to mail! A gun befitting my stature and experience. Is that a pea shoot? Is that a literal pea shooter? It is a literal pea shooter. Hi, SJ. One of the Gungeon's natural inhabitants. Cruel, savage, bloodthirsty. It is a bullet wielding a gun. Cold-blooded. Truly, you are ruthless. The next streams will be real gunfights. Kill all the enemies. Oh my god, it's Smash TV? Was that the name of that game? You know the one I'm talking about, right? Where, like, the left controller was move around and the right controller was, aiming. It was on arcades and on, like, the NES. That was Smash TV, right? I'm not misremembering. Never, Pika! To war! The French Empire! Or the Castilian Empire! Or the Ottoman Empire! And soon the Muscovy Empire! And I want to play Japan at some point too, so the Japanese Empire will crush them all! Yes, Psychotic. That is in fact... Whoa! I wasn't looking at the screen. That is in fact the one I was thinking about. Uh-oh, it's a shotgun shell with a shotgun blast. It's time to get heavy. To quote StarCraft. Even Thirsty Dog agrees. You made it. You know how to dodge, roll, shoot, and use links, but there's more to learn. This use items that don't exist in gun form. See a thing on the side? That's a teleprot. Whenever you find one, you can always return there as long as you aren't in combat. To use it, open the map and then do the thing. Well. Ah, tab. There we go. Uh-oh, it's boss time! I'm gonna die. I've got a literal pea shooter. I mean, come on. Whoa. Explosive ammo. Why are the enemies ammo? Wouldn't they be allies in a situation like this? You know what's funny is I actually really like bullet hells. I'm just terrible at them. There's one on PC called Robot Android Cactus or something like that. which is really good. I actually streamed it once. It's really good. I enjoyed the hell out of it. And, yeah. So that's to be determined, Cladden. I have kind of a weird situation with the weekend stream, given E3. I asked some people in Discord, and they were universally unhelpful. Every single one of them was like, do whatever, nobody cares. So, I have come to realize that none of my viewers actually like my show. They watch it solely to yell and complain about it. Oh, we've got like a machine gun guy here now. My health doesn't matter, Psychotic. Don't be ridiculous. Okay. Use left control to switch guns. If you have 2 or more guns... Is that an AK? That is an AK, except no substitutes. Guys, I have an AK. I want to test it out, but I mean, you know, I kind of want to... Oh, boss time! Speak with me when you're ready for your final challenge. I like how the door not letting me out is that. He's like, and he's just like, nope, nope, I'm not letting you out. Let's do it. I like the idea that the final, like, a boss of the tutorial level is Manuel himself. Aye, the great Manuel. So long have I ruled these halls, only to be undone by the likes of you. The reign of Sir Manuel, master of the Gungeon, ends unceremoniously. Yes, Lurker, exactly. Well, I've done it. I've beaten the game, according to Manuel. Oh, I should have gotten the chest first. Well. Oh no, I'm covering E3. That's not negotiable. No, I think you're right. That's very likely to be what happened, Lurker. And I just didn't have a local recording of it. Thankfully, Wraith had a local recording of it and was able to provide that. I'm now ready to enter the Gungeon. Roll credits. Keep of the Lead Lord. Okie dokie. So I wonder if there's a story to this game. You know me, guys. Holy crap. Okay, so I've got a revolver, which has infinite ammo. A sawed-off, which has very limited ammo. Let's see what the sawed-off looks like. If the grenades would stop attacking, jeez. Frickin' grenades. Okay, so the sawed-off is like this. Not quite the spread of the earlier shotgun. Jeez! What is that guy doing? Ah! Bits! Well, I gotta say, we've probably already seen enough to really judge this game. Not that it's a bad thing. There's something to be said for putting pretty much all of your game up front like that. Animations are actually quite nice. There's a lot of little touches there, which you might not notice. Like, as we're sitting here, there's several frames of animation of my hair just kind of flopping around. That's just like one example of that. I mean, it's a fairly competent spread shooter. The mouse controls were great for the Smash TV style move and shoot kind of a thing. the fact that you have an invincibility move is critical for something like this. In fact, I'm actually not sure I can think of that many... I keep wanting to call them Tauhaus. That many bullet hells that actually involve having some kind of invincibility move like this roll, even though it's a half invincibility roll. And yeah, there's no gore, which automatically makes this better than Binding of Isaac. I've actually been asked many times why I don't cover or like Binding of Isaac, and I pretty much just answered why that is with my sentence. Because Binding of Isaac is a really gross game. Whatever its quality is, it is a really gross game. And of course, we're in a Gungeon, so everything's gun-themed. Gotta have those gimmicks. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, it's just that's their particular shtick. I'm guessing this is a roguelike, but I'm not actually sure. In other words, I don't know if if this is truly a roguelike and each thing is going to be different and have varied dungeon format, have varied equipment, progression, all that stuff. Diablo is on the list for possible low runs in the future, Zyke, although at the moment, low runs aren't on the list in general, thanks to issues. That's an interesting gun. Eat hot air! Super Meat Boy is kinda gross, but not that gross. Like, Super Meat Boy never actually bothered me, personally. And yes, I have played it, before you ask. Whoa. God, these big guys. Oh my goodness. Why wouldn't I, Longsword? Hey, Baronessa. There's a woman I have not seen in 1,000 years. 10,000 years. What's been up? Like, hopefully things are good, awesome, and amazing. And if they aren't, well, then that sucks. My biggest reason why I tend to have problems with bullet hells, I have visual, like I have color distinction problems, and so it actually gets to the point in quite a few bullet hells where I have a hard time telling which shots are mine and which shots are theirs. Especially in the split-second timing, you know, reactioning you need in a good bullet hell. So, that's my biggest personal reason why I tend to have issues with bullet hells. Okay. I do actually have a form of color blindness. I forget what it's called. Green spectrum. I have trouble with green spectrum. I think. It's not particularly bad, it's just there are certain types of colors that I have trouble distinguishing from certain other types of colors. And it all just kind of blurs at a certain point. It's one of the reasons why certain games I tend to look at critically. Oh god, good. Open it! Open it! Next time use a key. I don't have a key! Maybe it is blues. I actually don't remember right now. It's actually been a while. Anyways, the point being that there are certain types of games which lean heavily towards a certain visual aesthetic, which are genuinely hard for me to see because it's like everything's blah. Oh my god. No wonder you haven't been here, Baronessa. I hope the new room is awesome, or the new home is awesome, though. Hey, Pico. It might be blue-green then, or just blue. I feel like it was green was involved as well. Okay, so what's our first boss? Something metal. Oh my god, is that a chain gun? That's totally a chain... Oh, ha ha ha. It's a Raven with a chain gun. That's for you Metal Gear Solid fans out there. That is not shooting as much as a chain gun should. I suppose I shouldn't be complaining about that. One nice little touch, R is reload, but also shooting while empty is also reload. Now I know what you're saying. Well, of course it is. That's the norm. But that is still something that should be, and therefore gets credit for, you know, being how it should be. It means on a boss battle I can spend more of my time and attention focusing on where I'm going and where his shots are going, instead of everything else. Oh, come on! Ah, whatever. I am at 1 health, guys. This is it. Exploration over. Oh, wow. The Ammonomicon? Okay. Well, let's see what happens with the roguelike. Well, I'm pretty sure it's already different, so yeah, it's definitely roguelike. Now, allow me to flaunt my incredibly stupid brain. Remember, I have never actually made a game, and therefore have no right to actually comment or critique games, as has been stated many times. But, in my opinion, one of the things that defines a truly good roguelike is some form of progression. Now, there's a couple of ways to pull that off. In some roguelikes, there's static elements, so as you get through the game, you learn more, and your literal knowledge of, oh, well, I use this on this guy, or this is weak to this, or this is where this is what allows you to have a form of progression in the game. In some roguelikes, you literally gain a bonus for having gotten through the game. You know, like, oh, you get increased blah next time around, right? I'm not sure if this has any progression at all, because it certainly doesn't feel like I do. Whoa, that's a new attack. I'm not even sure what these little ammo things I'm getting do. Oh, sorry. So you sell hearts, keys, armor? Oh, okay. So that's currency is what I've been picking up. I hate it when birds vomit energy spheres. Everyone knows birds are the worst in games. I don't have enough to buy anything, so I'm out. Peace. Another nice little touch, and this is actually surprisingly... I'm surprised that they did this, but I can dodge roll while reloading. There are a number of games out there that restrict you from actions like that while you're doing another action, or you'll cancel your previous action while you're doing it. So I got... Oh. I can have a Molotov or a decoy. Death to cabbages! Because I'm secretly Link. Excuse me, Zelda. Hate getting his name wrong like that. God, these things. This is pretty much what killed me last time. Is these bastards. Oh, clever girl. Oh, God. Jurassic Park reference. Okay. I'll take that. That's a good question, Lurk. I don't know. I'm pretty sure people already speedrun this game. So we probably already have an answer. Hi, Sonashi. So let me admit something else. I love games like this co-op, like the Android Cactus whatever game I mentioned earlier has a co-op mode, which is awesome. But it just makes that whole visual distinction problem so much worse. Like, okay, I just have to go here. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Like, there are times in a co-op game like that when we're on the same screen where I will actually lose which one I am of the playable characters. Go ahead, make fun. It's cool. I deserve it. Never having played a Zelda. For shame. Next thing you'll tell me you've never played a Mass Effect! I know someone who until about a year ago, or maybe it's 2 years ago now, I'm not actually sure, had never played FF7. Does that count for something? Aw, damn it. Oh, by the way, y'all got your E3 bingo cards ready? You may, of course, use your own, but I have also put forth my own E3 bingo card if you want to use it with us. For fun. It'd be nice if we got some cool stuff at this E3, but I gotta be 100% honest, I'm more looking forward to making fun of it. In good humor, of course. Than I am, you know, actually seeing gaming news. I believe, I can't remember who said it, but someone made the comment, E3 is not actually for gamers. E3 is for companies, for businesses. So... I've linked it on my Twitter, Lurker. If someone is super awesome, they might link it to you before I have to go and find it again. Exactly, Leander. Alright, let's try a boss with only 2 hearts this time. Oh, you're right. The one and only thing at all of E3 that interests me personally is the news of something, they're doing something new with XCOM. That's it. It's the only new thing that's actually interesting. Thank you, Bragwin. Yes, I have, Pick. I talked about it back when it came out, which I guess was like a month ago now, something like that. And it's Raven again. If I had the time, Baroness, I'd totally pick up Long War, because apparently Long War is not only finished, but has continued developing for XCOM 2, and that sounds awesome to me. Damn. You can never tell when a boss is going to be hit by their own projectile, so I always check. You never know. frickin' table. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? One per, I suppose, lurker? Oh, okay, so what do we get? What do we get? Yep, that was definitely a Metal Gear Solid reference. There's no denying that at this point. I got a bullet that fires guns. I got a bullet that fires guns, guys. He's the one. Let's not waste the ammo of that thing right now. Yes, that's right. Vampire bullets who shoot, oh god, bouncing, reflecting bullets of doom. And split into bullet keys. Okay. That was fun. By the way, I got a hold of Civ 4 for anybody who cares. Yay. Yeah, go ahead, Bernessa. All I ask is that you're polite about it. If it's some incredibly sexy woman in dominatrix gear, then we're gonna have an issue, but, you know. Other than that, we're cool. Yeah, it's $7.50 for Civ 4 complete, which is what I picked up. Damn it. I have an ability called Bullet Time. So far, Civ 5 is still probably my favorite Civ game, although that's only after all expansions. That really is critical. Brave New World changed Civ 5 so much it was kind of scary, really. In my opinion, at least. Whoa! Okay. That's cool. No, I actually don't, Zoan. I never did it back in the day. In Quake, I guess that was. Whoops. There we go. Okay, that's where I came in. Yep, looks like we only got one way to go now. Okay, now we have sniper bullets. Cute. Whoa! Whoa! What in the hell is that mess? And we're dead. Okay. That's 2 deaths. I still can't tell if I keep anything. It still kind of seems like I'm just resetting each time through. Which kind of sucks, actually. We'll find out in a moment. So I suppose we'll see what happens here. Oh yeah, by the way, Rebel Galaxy is totally free if you buy something on... Okay, so I'm... So it looks like I keep nothing every time I die. That sucks! So you see, I have no ammo, or I should say I have no money. And I have no additional health. I'm not starting further down. Wow, okay, well, I'm done. Welcome to Into the Gungeon. It is a roguelike that does not have progression features, and I have no desire to keep playing as a consequence of that. So, don't worry, I have other games to stream. That really sucks. I was really enjoying that. Well, that's not true. That was a game that looked really well presented. I do have another game that's been on my chopping block for a while now. Yeah, go. Yes. Yeah.
Our world has fallen to fame. Its great works long since complete. Its storied civilizations long since fallen to dust. The greatest legends of Elysian long since forgotten. What was once a land of promise has fallen to the ravages of war. And it was in this, our most desperate hour, that the greatest of Elysian tales began.
I hate games that do weird things when you alt-tab. Yeah, sorry, I'm done with End of the Gungeon. No progression values means it's a very well competently done, very well executed roguelike. I have nothing else to say about it at that point. I was really hoping for more. Whatever. Shrug. No. Well, History Maker, that is on the potential list, yes. Would you care to enlightenly, Philodyme?
The lone warrior stood against an army, slashing his way through all who opposed him. The martyr stood no chance, and the soldier showed no mercy. But despite his victories, his skills, his ruthlessness, the valiant soldier would perish on this day. Not to the mob, but to a single child.
Oh, so he's Geralt.
Dust, arise. What? A talking sword? What are you? Only that which you have summoned. Summoned? How? For what purpose? That I do not know. But we shall learn in time. Now rise and claim the blade of Ara.
Okay, this drawn aesthetic is interesting.
Stop! Stop right there!
Ugh. You guys are terrible. You complain that it's too loud, you complain it's too soft.
Who's she?
Me? I'm Fidget, guardian of his sword.
So, what is this sword?
I am the Blade of Ara, and you, Dust, are my fated sword bearer.
Yes, well, that's all great and everything, but I think it's about time I got this sword back to the clan.
I can't let you just leave with this sword, Fidget. Right now, it's the only thing that knows who I am. I don't even know how I got
I have
here.
amnesia.
Well, then you leave me no choice. I challenge you. The winner gets the sword.
Well,
All right, you win. But don't think I'm leaving empty-handed. I'm coming with you. But, I really need the sword back when you're done doing, you know, whatever it is you're doing.
What exactly am I doing, Ara?
The answers you seek lie to the east. There is a path through the glade that leads down the mountainside, and from there you will find a village. That is your first step.
Then will you give me the sword? I really need to get it back home before anyone notices it's, gone.
When I find out just what it is I'm supposed to do with it, it's all yours, Fidget. Come on, let's go.
So apparently we have Bat Tinkerbell with us. Oh, that's going to take some getting used to. Okay, I can do that. I have seen a friend, Third. I've seen Third play this game. I've never played it myself. Does this one have controller support? Because that would be really awesome. Oh, hey! It has controller support. Ah, it's going to be much better. If I'm going to do a side-scroller, I want my friggin' controller. Yeah, I saw Lurker. I was actually going to talk about it this lore week. If I even have a lore week.
What is it, Fidget?
Well, my kind has what you'd call a sixth sense. And there's something just ahead.
Okay. Click R. That's not R. That's R. There we go. Figured it out. Probably going to need that because, well, you know, Metroidvania. Down! Down. Down. Nope. Okay, no down. Oh, whatever. Oh, that's gonna be weird. Oh, that's really weird. Okay, so in order to dash left, I have to hit L, and in order to dash right, I have to hit R. If you're wondering why I'm saying that's weird, that's not how my brain works. I mean, I'll probably figure it out, but like if I'm going left, actively holding left and hit the dodge button, I want to dodge left. But if I'm doing that here, I will do that because I hit R instead of L. That's going to take some getting used to. Ah, there we go. Now it'll let me down. It wasn't letting me down earlier. Whee.
All right, we found a chest.
Woo!
Correction. We found a locked chest.
Well, what are you waiting for? Smash it open.
That would be unwise, Dust. These chests are protected by arcane locks from the last era, and are well beyond my capabilities.
Aw.
I suppose we'll need a key then.
Arcane locks are the worst. Frickin' mages. Let me in. Let me in. No? Okay. Okay. No, I wasn't trying to kill the deer.
Calm yourself, Fidget. Dust. Focus. Remember what you've learned thus far.
No! Mash the buttons! Do something!
There's levels in this game? Interesting.
Nobody said anything about monsters.
Aren't you a monster?
Strange. Where did I learn these skills?
You wield the Blade of Ara, and with it, all the skills imbued therein.
Hello? Monsters?
Is that why I summoned you? To control this power?
It is unlikely, Dust, that I would awaken from my slumber for such selfish reasons. There is a village beyond these woods. Perhaps finding it will aid in restoring your memories.
And then we'll be in the clear, right? No more monsters?
Fidget, I think things are about to get a whole lot worse.
And to think, this morning started off so well. At least take these feeble fruits. Something tells me you're gonna need them.
So, in case I haven't made this clear by my rumination, I do recommend you pick up Arcanum of Magic and Steamworks Obscura, I think is the full title. But, Arcanum, in other words. It is available on GOG for $2 and it's I'd say one of the very, 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 very few older CRPGs that, in my opinion, has actually aged pretty well. And if you know anything about me, you know that I tend to be pretty particular about that. So it keeps saying to hit Y. I'm not sure what the Y button is. Nope, it's not that. Maybe it's that button. Hang on. I think it's that button. Oh, that'll never happen, Mortar. No one will ever care about Arcanum. It won't even get an enhanced edition like Planescape did. Nobody's ever heard of Arcanum except for actual fans of not the franchise, the genre. More enemies, Leander. More enemies to kill. To conquer! Oh, sorry.
Hold here, Dust. You have unlocked a new ability. Bear witness to the Dust Storm.
I like it.
Hold the secondary attack to perform the Dust Storm.
But beware,
I think it's that button.
Skilled as you may be, you cannot maintain the storm for long without hurting yourself.
In that case, maybe I can help. If you press the super ballistic fidget action button of power, I'll perform an attack so spectacularly awesome that it'll produce emotions you didn't even know existed.
I don't think I have that button.
Please contain yourselves as I demonstrate.
That was, very pretty.
Well, maybe I'll just keep the rest of my repertoire to myself.
I'm sorry, Fidget. I'm sure it'll come in handy somehow.
Actually, Dust, between the three of us, this could be quite useful. The Dust Storm can manipulate Fidget's projectile into a more powerful attack. Observe.
Wow! Oh, by the way, every time I use my power, it'll use up a bit of energy meter. You can recharge the meter with melee combos.
Yes, Dust. Between your combos and Fidget's own powers, you can achieve a higher hit chain, which will yield bonus experience after each battle. However, if you are struck by an enemy, the chain will be broken, and you will lose your bonus experience.
All right. I think I understand.
If this is all too much for you, you can check out the help screen via the pause menu.
Thanks, Fidget. I'll take a look if I'm ever in trouble.
What? Are they done? Why would I not do a lore run of Legion? In fact, I actually recorded some footage for the Legion lore run today. However, as I've said, I think like 7,000 times so far, Legion is such a different format compared to every other expansion that doing that lore run is going to be a nightmare. This is unrelated, but anyone looking forward to Bloodstained? I don't know why I'm reminded of that right now. Yeah, Corwin. In fairness, I'm not just being reminded of Bloodstained because of this game. They released a little bit of boss footage recently with a blood succubus or something like that, which looks kind of cool. And by kind of cool, I mean frickin' sweet. Approximately. There are a lot of enemies. Like, this might actually be at the point of too many enemies here. Holy crap.
Hey, you just leveled up.
Is that what I did? It feels good. Great, even.
As it should, Dust. You've acquired a skill gem. Open the character screen through the inventory to upgrade your abilities and become even more.
Your highest stat must be within 4 gems of your lowest stat. Now, that's an interesting mechanic. Of course, I'm going to go with attack. Anime fan on prom night. The one and only thing I don't like about the Explorations format is that I only really have a few hours to play a game. It's really hard to judge a game based on the first few hours. I mean, you could say that by itself does give you some information on the game, based on how it presents it, but you know what I mean? As I like to say, imagine just playing the first few hours of one of the FFs, for example. What would your impression of it be? Whoa, God, they respawn! Alright, I gotta be 100% bonus. That's probably a negative for me. I know that sounds really weird, that respawning enemies in a Metroidvania is a negative, but I don't know. I do kind of like actually clearing areas rather than relying on grind to deal with it. Yeah, first few hours of Oblivion. That's another excellent example. I'm kind of tempted to give Into the Gungeon another try. I was just really discouraged that there was what appeared to be no progression. What do you guys think? Should I give it another try? How do you heal, exactly, is the one. I mean, if you know how to heal, by all means, let me know. Well, I heard that they had a hung election last night. I was actually live when that was, or on, I should say, when that was happening. I wonder what the inventory button is. No. Oh, there it is. Figured it out. Okay, we have found... Well, that wasn't actually inventory, but it works, so whatever. I swear I'm not trying to kill Bambi's mother, guys. It's more of a motion thing. I see something move and it's like, Wah! I wonder what this stuff I keep looting is. I don't know what the buttons are. Okay. Okay. It's like, hit the A button. I know. It thinks I'm wearing I'm using an Xbox controller. That's why it's like, hey! Didn't mean to do that. Damn, there's no dash. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I mean, one of note, Lord of Mordor, like worthwhile information, I'd say pretty low. Information, like in general, like one of those worthless announcements, that's pretty likely, I'd say. Especially so hot on the heels of ESO Morrowind coming out. It would be generally considered not a good thing to immediately release another announcement right after that. Fear of running into fatigue or overshadowing the other announcement. So now, Starfield has, I'd say at this point, close to a 90%, yes it's gone up, chance of being announced. I'm not sure what I think of that yet. This is why you spec damage, guys. Right here. Anybody's ever wondering. Don't be a tank. Don't be a healer. I'm kidding. Extremely unlikely, dudes. Especially since Nintendo's already flat out said pretty much everything they're going to be announcing. And I can't even say announcing, they're just going to be talking about the Pokéland thing, and they're going to be talking about Mario Odyssey, and that's pretty much it. Hey Tornor, welcome back. You are, as ever, welcome here. Or are you? No, you totally are. Now, after a while, it just doesn't let me anymore, it looks like Salon. I lied! Juggle! Aw.
Whoa, what was that? Did you just hit yourself?
Dust, you must take care. Even the greatest of swordsmen cannot maintain the dust storm for that long.
Yeah, okay. I'll try to be more careful.
Keep an eye on your color. If you start turning red and the screen begins to shake, you're close to losing it.
Yeah, okay, I can see it now. Well, that's interesting. No juggling allowed. Hey, I'm Sonda. That is the best thing to do, from what I understand. And by the way, I hope you guys are going to be here for next Saturday's stream. If you're not, well, that sucks.
Wow. It's really beautiful up here.
Yeah. So, any idea where we are?
I was maybe hoping you could tell me.
Oh, silly me. I seem to have dropped all my detailed maps and navigational equipment chasing after a crazy flying sword.
I'm sorry I got you mixed up in this fidget.
Well, you should be. Taking my sword, getting me in trouble.
Oh, gosh.
You know, now that I think about it, this isn't the first time I've seen this view. I've stood here before, in this very spot.
Then perhaps you recognize the village at the base of these cliffs?
It's hard to make out from here. We'll need to drop down to the valley floor if we want to get any closer.
Very well. Proceed as you wish, Dust.
No, Golvig, in Dark Souls 3, we actually have the ability to ban people from evading, unlike in 2, so less of an issue there. What do I think about the gameplay? That's a weird question. I can't say it's bad, but I am also having difficulty calling it good. Yeah, competently average isn't exactly the worst way to put that. I mean, it's like, okay, so you've got dodge roll, right? Okay, that takes energy. I'm with it. There's your jump. There's a mechanic where after a certain number of swings, you saw it right there, even if I time it nice and spaced out here, there's a recovery mechanic, so I can't just keep swinging, okay, with that. You can do different types of combos, varying up your attacks, and of course you got that thing. And then you've got this thing. The thing is, that's kind of it. And there's a whole lot of enemies. Like, too much, especially for how little they're giving you. If you remember, we actually just recently talked at a lore week about, how... leveling mentality, if you're going to make each enemy give you, 1% of a level, you need to make them all mowable down. Well, that's kind of what this is doing, but I don't really want that in my side scrollers, you know what I mean? I did know that's the one, yeah. And it kind of shows, but I don't actually mean that as an insult. I mean, hell, Undertale or Stardew Valley both come to mind immediately. It's not like a team is really required of super professional AAA Doom people in order to put out a good game. And of course now I can do that. I have no idea, Goldberg. I never decide in advance if I'm streaming Ruminations. Because I never know if I'm going to or not until I'm actually at that Rumination. I might stream Shadows of Mordor, that's the next one on my blog. Yeah, okay. There we go. Okay. I think I'm starting to figure out which button's which. Hi, Fo. So...
Is that a tent? Is there somebody in there?
Ah, Here it is. It's got glowing evil eyes of evil.
A merchant lies in wait. Do not let his appearance frighten you. I sense he only wishes to assist in our journey.
Psh, I wasn't frightened. Just surprised at the, savings. Come on, let's talk to him.
I've been expecting you,
that a
stranger.
cow?
Who are you?
What are you buying?
Merely a friend with many wares for sale. Shall we conduct business?
Yes, of course I have Golvig. Still haven't decided which version I'm getting. Also, we don't know if that version's coming out outside of Japan, Golvig. So he sells health stuff and poison antidotes. That stuff's expensive as hell, though, so... What's the exit button? Is that the exit button? That's the exit button.
Before you leave,
Okay.
might I propose an offer?
That would depend on the offer.
If I may be so bold, you are not prepared for the journey ahead. I, however, can offer assistance. Please, accept this blueprint as a gift. Should you find a blacksmith and the necessary materials, they may be able to craft the item for you. I can offer you materials as well, though I'm not entirely sure what materials this land deems of value. I am not from around here, as I'm sure you've guessed by now. Once you've sold me a new material type, I will be able to restock my store with it. As for your reward, I will pay you a bonus for the first new material you sell me.
Ah, he'll buy them at a high price.
Well, yes. Yes, I will.
Thank you.
Watch your back, my friend.
There we go. I figured out how to change tabs. Ahem.
Your trip.
Whoops, that's not what
The
I meant to do.
materials you've sold me will be quite. I also share.
Yeah, that's great.
Thank you.
Watch. I am.
Okay, let's try this again. What was I gonna buy? Ah, yeah, this.
Your transact.
Thank.
How do I equip? Aha! Maybe? Yes. Here we go. Ooh. Okay. Okay, so we have... So this is a full-on RPG Metroidvania, which is kind of a cool idea. I mean, I did like that in Symphony of the Night, after all. Anyways, sorry.
Zug zug.
Ah! Damn it, Shadow Machine. my god, I just realized we're playing Roxas. What are you linking me, Corwin? Well, I'm out. So guys, I think I've just had a revelation. Yeah, I caught this. The XCOM news, Foo. Which I suppose I already said that, so whatever. There it is. How do I put this? Come on, there we go. Oh god, there's a timer. Over here. There we go. Mysterious wall chicken. Oh my god. Oh god, it's a hecticized or whatever you're supposed to call those things.
There's something in that cage! Quick, get it out!
4 locks. I'll take a wild guess and say we need 4 keys.
I do not have 4 keys. I feel like I'm being too critical on games lately. And I can even explain why, if it happens to matter. Not that I'm sure if it does. How do I crouch? Oh. Yeah, wrong button. Where's the... But how do I see how many keys I have? Apparently I have a fidget... Oh, right, that's the attack she does. Right. That makes sense. Well, it either means I need 3 or I have 3, and I'm not sure which it is. The reason I say I feel like I'm being too critical of games lately is because I'm 34, and I don't particularly feel like I have a ton of time with my life anymore. And I understand the fallacy of this mindset, really, I do. But I feel like I just don't... Like, if I see a game that is good, my mentality is that it is merely good, as opposed to being like, oh, this is a good game, you know what I mean?
Dust, there's something up there.
Not a problem at all. Stand back. All right, I've got it. Wait, no. Ah.
Having some trouble there?
Yeah, I don't know. I just can't get a good enough grip.
Aw, you're just trying to show off. That's sweet. Don't worry about it. I'm sure there's a way to get up there. We'll just come back later.
When we have the Mega Gloves, or something. To give you an idea what I mean, though, let me use a food analogy, because food's pretty universal. Let's say you don't have a lot of money, and you're like, well, I can eat what I know I like, or I can keep trying new stuff. And if you try something and it's not super amazing, then you're probably not going to get it again, are you? Because you don't have a lot of money. So you need to only dedicate your money to the things you really like, right?
Looks like we're heading in the right direction.
Be on your guard, Dust.
Ooh, boss
I
time.
sense a powerful foe ahead of you.
Don't worry, Dust. I'll be behind you every step of the way.
Excellent, Fu.
Way behind. It's another one of those spiky slime things!
They're persistent, I'll give them that.
Much as I pity this corrupted beast, Now might be a good time to demonstrate the parry technique. Allow it to strike.
Didn't I do that earlier? On the previous one?
Hey, you dazed it!
Attack and hold the button at the moment of the enemy's strike, and you will parry their attack, opening them up for a counterattack.
Timing is crucial, and you must be facing your opponent. And as you can see, a successful parry may also daze your opponent temporarily. Now, put this beast out of its misery.
Hey, a 10.
I see somebody over there.
Ask them if they've got anything to eat.
We're in a bit of a hurry, Fidget. Don't worry, I'll feed you later.
Hey, I'm not a pet! But, I would appreciate that. Thanks.
Of course, we're gonna go attack again.
Oh, hello! You surprised me there. Don't get many travelers this far out of town.
Sorry about that. It's nice to finally meet a friendly face. So we're getting closer to the village then?
You mean Aurora Village? Yes, it's just beyond those fields to the east. And I think you might be just in time.
What do you mean?
The monster attacks down there have been getting worse. Right before you showed up, I'd swear I heard somebody shouting.
She's right, Dust. I can hear somebody calling for help further down the path.
Let's get going.
Yes, please hurry. Be careful.
Look! Please, help us!
Oh, dear God.
Ah! Look at the size of that thing!
Don't worry, I think I can handle it.
Exercise all you've learned, Dust. Send these foul creatures from this existence.
Yeah.
No, wait! That's not all of them! Here comes some more!
Yeah, exactly, Casual. And crew. Oh, right. I should probably heal. Wasn't even looking. See, that's why I'm in a weird situation with discussing this game. This game will probably get a stamp of definitely recommended. It's fun. The stories... Well, there is no story so far, really.
Is that it? Did we get all
Voice
of them?
acting is pretty good so far.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Art is good.
Well
Animations
done,
are good.
Dust.
Combat is
You
very
have proven
smooth.
yourself a
Little
worthy
basic.
swordsmaster, and none too soon.
Bah, they weren't so tough. I could probably take on another 4 or 5 of them. You know, if I had to. And Dust was there.
Oh, thank you so much.
What happened here?
I don't know. We were out here checking the fields when those giants attacked.
We've been having a lot of problems with smaller beasts, but this is the first time a giant has ever come this close to the village.
Then the first step of your journey is near its end, Dust. The village lies just ahead.
Yes, we arrived. That's great. But what now?
That has not yet been revealed to me. These people are safe, and that is what is important. Let us continue onward.
Will you two be alright?
Yes, I just need a moment to rest. I'm not sure how you did it, but you took down 3 giants single-handedly.
Not a problem. That's what we do. Bringing justice to the weak and defenseless.
Hey, who are you calling weak?
You, person who's crouched on the ground in horror. I don't know. It's going to be pretty hard to convince me not to level attack. That's not. There's a level. Oh, I don't have a thing right now. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what it is. Help me out here, guys. Something about the voice acting isn't exactly bad. In fact, it's pretty good. It's just every time a cutscene happens, I'm just like, feel like it's taking too long to get to the point, if I had to put it into such terminology. The fact that we're an amnesiac who has a dark past also kind of makes me go, ugh. But, you know, whatever. That actually might make the combat controls make sense of one. Because I mentioned how the combat's kind of simple, and I didn't mean that as an insult. It's simple. It's really basic. There's no, like, look at this. Okay, let me explain one reason what I mean by simple. Here's me holding down jump. Whoa! Here's me tapping jump as lightly as I can. Whoa! You see the difference there? Or rather, the relative lack of difference? I feel like I'm not really in control of what I'm doing so much. I swing, or I swing with a slightly different combo, or I use a special attack like that, or I jump, you know? Yeah, it's tutorializing too much, and the combat's just a little simpler than what I prefer in this kind of a game. Then again, I speedrun Super Metroid, so what do you want from me? But again, I don't want to sound that like that's saying that's bad, because it isn't. This is actually perfectly serviceable. This feels like a really good game to introduce someone into a Metroidvania.
Are they gone? I don't hear anything.
If you're referring to the giants, I took care of them.
They're dead?
There is a skip cutscene option, by the way, and that is always a plus.
Prospectors, Fidgets? That was the best thing you could come up with?
It was the first thing that popped into my head. It's not like you had anything better. Come on, let's get away from these guards.
All right, Ara. Where to now?
You're right where you need to be. The answers to your identity lie somewhere in this village.
I know this place, and that's for certain. I'm sure I've been here before, but nobody seems to recognize me.
And you, in turn, do not recognize them.
Maybe we...
That is a good...
Oh yeah, I can do that too. Woo! Sorry. I also feel like a lot of this dialogue could be wrapped into visuals rather than literal dialogue. Chop the amount of dialogue down considerably. There's quests in this game.
Why, hello there. I'm always thrilled to see a new face, even when it's all covered up like yours.
Indeed. Well, my name is Dust, and this is Fidget.
Hiya.
Yeah.
Don't mind Mr.
Child Delight is
Grumpy.
exactly what I was thinking
He's
about.
not big on the
Visual
whole eye
storytelling
contact
rather
thing.
than
Bit
dialogue.
of dust, eh? Not from around here, are you? Well, neither was I originally. But
Hey, Roaring.
this is a nice little place, if you're not in a hurry. Where are my manners? I'm Augustin, local strongman. Say, you want to arm wrestle?
Some other time, perhaps. We're just passing through.
Oh, that's a shame. Thought you looked like the arm wrestling type. You know, I heard what you did back there for Oneida. Great stuff. Maybe we can help each other out?
Maybe. What did you have in mind?
I have an old friend, a blacksmith. Lives way up at the top of Archer's Pass. I promised
Kingdom
I'd
Hearts
deliver
things,
some
Raglan.
materials to him way back when, but haven't been up that way in ages. Tell you what.
Okay, yep,
A
that's great. Yep. Okay. Sorry. Yes, Roaring, as my website will clearly show you. I think I've figured out why the dialogue is getting to me a little bit. Ignoring the tutorialization, that's a problem so many games have. And if this is a, first introduction to a Metroidvania, it probably should have that level of tutorialization, let's be honest with ourselves. But, I feel like the people who made this game, the guy who made this game, sat down and wrote an RPG and then made a Metroidvania, if that makes any sense. Because the tone, the pacing, and the style of the writing, the dialogue, the voice acting, the cutscenes, and the presentation of the cutscenes feels very RPG and would be completely at home in a typical RPG. For better or for worse. And I know this has RPG elements and all that, but I mean, as you can clearly see, this is a Metroidvania. There's no arguing that, so... I feel like that dissonance is what's causing the issues with it. Nope, not even picking up the quest. Nope. Again, don't mistake this for saying this is bad. I reiterate that this game is probably going to get a stamp of definitely recommended.
You're a quiet one.
Just manners. You'll have to excuse him. He's a bit worn out, saving the village and everything, you know?
Yes, I heard something about that.
Ah, yes. Well, good.
Honestly, it doesn't matter. They'll just keep coming back. And there's nothing we can do about it. Excuse me.
Okay, that was cool. Sorry. That little bit of dialogue was actually pretty good. Anything I'm looking forward to? I mean, if you're asking chat, they, of course, can answer for themselves. Me, the XCOM thing is the only thing I'm looking forward to.
Huh?
A bit of gratitude might have been nice. What kind of a bratty...
Hey, ease off, Dust. She looked like she was pretty depressed.
I don't know why I said that. I'm sorry, Fidget. I don't know what came over me just then. Come on, let's keep moving.
That's an interesting question, first RPG. I get, like, first FF all the time, but first RPG? I don't know. There it is. See, it feels like there's a save down here. So, I don't know how many of you actually watched my World of Final Fantasy stream. In a lot of ways, this game is reminding me of that. That's not an insult. In fact, it's actually quite a bit of a compliment. I loved World of Final Fantasy. But for the same reason, World of Final Fantasy felt like the Mystic Quest. What Mystic Quest should have been. Oh, hello. World map. Okay. And this feels the exact same thing. It's like, alright, here's a competently done, well-presented... Okie dokie. Metroidvania. Get into it. I have to say, though... oh, I'll shush for a second.
Do you hear something flapping?
You fly.
What? That isn't you?
Hey, I don't make that much noise.
Wait, you're right. Look out! We've got company!
Yeah, okay, like that. I'm sorry to continue nitpicking the dialogue, but what was the point of that little bit of dialogue? We have just introduced aerial enemies! Yeah, I even streamed it, Roy. I kind of stopped because the campaign mode wasn't in there, and I don't really care. There's not going to be a campaign mode, a story mode. One thing I will say in definite defense of this game, or in favor of this game, is the music. I'm really liking the music. I might have to go find the soundtrack for this after this. And by might, I mean I am definitely going to go find the soundtrack for this after this. I hope it's, like, available somewhere in non-ripped format. Damn it! Enemies. Me too, Ultimate Torna. Like I said, the music in this game is phenomenal, I think. Allow me to reiterate my point, Salon, because apparently you've misunderstood me. The whole reason I was excited about Gwent to begin with, the only reason I cared about Gwent to begin with, was because they said it had a campaign mode. And I hadn't gotten into any, CCGs, video game CCGs, ever, really, because none of them had any real kind of campaign mode or any actual purpose in playing other than just fighting other people, which is not my thing. It doesn't have to be that way. You don't have to... Every game doesn't have to appeal to me. But that doesn't appeal to me as a consequence. So Gwent was like, hey, by the way, we've got this thing that appeals to you. And I'm like, sweet, I can't wait to play it. And then the campaign mode wasn't in the beta, so I immediately stopped caring. Does that make more sense? Although I am utterly unashamed in my praise of co-op. Gary and I had a problem for years of having so few co-op games to play. It's actually one of the reasons why us replaying Secret of Mana once a year kind of became a habit. Because it was a co-op game we could play that we both enjoyed. Okay, so you say I should level Fidget. You got it. Let's see how this works out. Yes, Lurker, that is correct. Oh, excellent, they've got a Bandcamp thing. That is sweet! Hang on, I'm gonna click that really quick, because I don't want to lose that link. Awesome, I will be dumping money on that later. Better be roaring. I mean, I haven't heard anything to the contrary, so I'm going to presume that campaign mode will still be in effect when it finally comes out. I suppose I was lying. There's actually one other CCG that I kind of got into that had a campaign mode. The Elder Scrolls Legends one. Even had decisions and everything. It was cool. That changed which cards you get. There's also one on the phone. I don't remember what it's called, but someone pointed me to it. I even picked it up. I just haven't had time to go through it. Oh my god, it's a boo.
Oh my. You really should have saved first.
Bloms, deadly creatures. Keep your distance.
Bloms.
They will detonate if you get too close, but are vulnerable when taking a deep breath.
Perfect for a ranged attack. Let me at him.
They're also vulnerable to creeper strategy, aka get close, trick them into exploding, and then walk away. I was kind of curious about it. Whoops! I hit the wrong button there, so that's my bad. And I'm on fire. I'm on fire. Okay. I shouldn't have done that. Totally worth it. Stop being on fire. Okay. Okie dokie. It's... Well, look, the good news is it looks like I can't die from burning, so I'm just gonna chill here a minute while I'm on fire. Yep. Oh, there we go. We're good. Key. See, now, to kind of make my point earlier that I made, there's actually a decent amount of visual storytelling going on here with these giant statues. Like, first off, they were all awe and shiny and proud, and as we've been going further through this particular region, they've been getting more and more dilapidated in their appearance, and now they're at the point where they're literally in pieces and in ruins. And that's awesome! And you don't need to have a dialogue saying, hey, you notice these ruins? No, it's right there. Boom. Awesome. Although, again, don't mistake me for saying that there should be no dialogue, because that would be just as bad. Once you get to be really good about the visual storytelling. Did you just finish it recently, Fu? By the way, you want to hear something really funny? At least I think it's really funny. So, recently Kotaku did an article, which I haven't been able to get away from the last few days, about all the crap that was happening at Montreal with regards to BioWare's development cycles. And how there was just this giant mess of lack of support and everything was going wrong, right? I find that extremely amusing because, for those of you who've actually been watching my show for a while, you remember I talked about that exact same thing. Weeks ago, possibly months ago at this point. I'm not even sure how long it's been. I even remember my review of MEA, which has long since gone live. I spoke of my sympathy for the developers. That might not have been Montreal. It's whichever BioWare team worked on Andromeda. I thought it was Montreal, but I am no longer certain because I have been questioned. God, there are so many of these. In fact, I'm pretty sure I directly paralleled Mass Effect Andromeda to the Hobbit trilogy. Because, now granted, I actually really like the Hobbit trilogy, but in both cases, they had this absolutely ridiculous development cycle in which they had tons of time where they couldn't really get any real work done. And then all of a sudden we're told, crack the whip and rush production right at the end there. And in my opinion, to the detriment of both works. There's a lot of bombs. Whoa, whoa,
Whoa, hello there.
Hi.
Easy there, Chief.
Everyone, calm down, please. So, you were the ones making all that noise up there.
Not intentionally. By the way, do you know you have bloms in the attic?
Oh, those? They don't bother us. And they tend to keep the other monsters away. If I knew we were having company, I'd have cleared them out myself. Sorry about that, I guess. So, what brings you two this far outside Aurora? I'm assuming that's where you're from.
I'm Dust, and this is my companion, Fidget. We're here to deliver these materials on Augustin's behalf.
Oh, well, nice to meet you. I'm Haley, and this is my brother, Maddie.
What is wrong with his hair?
Don't mind him. I see you've got a blueprint there. Mind if I take a look? Well, this doesn't look too hard. Tell you what, if you can find me the materials for it, I'll craft this item for you.
Cool. So we have crafting, that's cool. If they were going to remake the Hobbit trilogy, it would not be the same thing at all. Now, some people are like, well, that's the idea, that's a good thing. What I mean by that is a lot of people don't actually know that the Hobbit trilogy was made by basically the same team that made the Lord of the Rings trilogy. I don't mean the actors. I mean a lot of the same set designers, costume designers, the people who physically made the props, the people who actually did the CGI work, the people who did the traditional effects work, you know, the writers, obviously the director, although that wasn't intentional. All of the behind-the-scenes people were the same people, basically, right? So if they did a remake of it, well, I mean, those people probably wouldn't be available to actually do it, so it would have a completely different tone, feel, etc., for good or for bad. Aw, I need more, of whatever that is. What is that? Scrap metal, looks like? Yep, I need more scrap metal.
Thanks, Haley.
And, just because I like you, I'll give you a blue resonance gem. Don't know if you caught it on your way up, but there's a big blue door at the foot of Archer's Pass that this'll open. Just inside the door is a teleporter that'll take you right up here. Makes return trips a lot easier. So you can come and visit anytime you like.
I'll be honest, even with a shortcut at the foot of the pass, I'm not sure I'll be able to make it up here too often.
Well, my dad did have these little receiver things he'd give to his regular customers to transport goods back and forth. Unfortunately, I don't have any of them to give you. Let me think. If I remember correctly, one of my dad's customers dropped one somewhere in Abadi's forest. If you were to find it, I could craft your items and send them to you through the receiver whenever you wanted. Dad normally gives his customers a blue resonance gem, so check for blue resonance gates in Abadi's forest. Need anything else?
Okay, that's kind of cool, actually. First of all, we're introduced into a crafting area, but then we have a lore reason to be able to craft wherever we are, rather than having to traipse all the way back here each time. That's nice.
Thanks, Dust. Don't be long coming back.
Oh, by the way, Zoan. Sorry, I've been meaning to say this for a while, and I keep getting distracted by
That went
by
incredibly
cutscenes.
well. Do you know why?
I don't know, Fidget. Why?
Oh, don't be so dense. It's because she likes you.
Fidget, what are you talking about?
You didn't see the signals? She was giving you the signals.
That's great, Fidget. Really, I'll keep that in mind.
Ahem. You're probably going to hate Lore Walker Theater then, because all the people submitting and contributing voice acting for it have a huge variety and the quality of microphones available. You were right, Lurker. There it is. Let me in. Oh god, I'm now lightning. Oh no, it's a teleport. I'm not yelling, Deutsch. It's just a statement of fact. I mean, there's no getting around it. Like, poor Gnarlix keeps having issues with his mic, for example. And Zedslayer, if I'm not mistaken, is still having problems actually getting his stuff recorded at all, because he keeps having blips in his audio quality. Like, it's like, and then there's just a microsecond burst of static. So, nothing for it, you know. I understand that most of you guys don't have the time and money to commit to getting a multi-$100 microphone set up like I do, because this is my freaking job. I get it. This is not yelling. It's a statement of fact. That reminds me, Deutsch. Just kind of as a heads up, the very last Toadette section. Oh, I can warp there. Okay. Is in Chapter 7, and I've already got the timing video up, and I'm kind of curious how you're going to do it. Looking forward to hearing it, basically. Also, oh, that's right, I was going to also ask you that, Deutsch, if you're okay with taking a semi-major role in Chapter 8. If you're not, that's okay. I'd rather ask. So you guys are all talking about Mass Effect. One of the things I tend to do is watch things while working on things, because I like to multitask, and if I'm not multitasking, then I tend to feel bored. So, I was watching someone's playthrough of Mass Effect 2 while I was doing my editing and voice work yesterday. And, all it did was make me go, God, I really want to replay Mass Effect 2. Like, I have no possible availability to do that. I don't have the time, I don't have the justification, but, man, I really want to play Mass Effect 2 again right now. Never, Shadow Machine. Never. I will never do side quests. It's now against my religion. No, it's actually Vivian again, Deutsch. Long story short, I have a choice of which companion I bring to the final dungeon, and for story reasons, Vivian would be the most apropos for that. Now, if you don't want to do that, that's totally cool. I'll just bring Bobbery and keep voicing him. I already had Bobbery be my companion for all of Chapter 6.
Perfect.
Thanks?
Not you. Listen. Do you hear it? Can you hear its whispers locked within? Within the box.
Zug Zug.
My box.
It said Zug Zug.
I don't hear anything. Well, of course you don't. My box has been lost. Somebody must have stolen it. Perhaps it was that Mosca fellow. He's always averting his gaze from me. Like he's hiding something.
Probably his distaste for your nuttiness.
I can hear its whispers coming from below. Down, deep down in the earth. If you're ever down there, please, you must find my box and return it at once. Whatever you do, do not open the box.
Okay, Reed. If I find your box underground, I'll be sure to bring it back.
I can't tell if he has green fur or if he's been poisoned by the old gods. So, I don't suppose this is the box. Yeah, probably not. Okay.
Hello, I don't believe I've seen you before.
We just came in from the west.
Oh, so you're the one everyone is talking about.
Everyone's talking?
Of course, you're the one who saved Oneida. My name is Mosca, and I am at your service. If you need anything, just let me know. Say, are you staying long?
I don't know. Why do you ask?
Well, if you ever find yourself heading east of the village, maybe you could let me know if the roads are safe?
Oh, they're far from safe. The town guards mentioned that monsters have been attacking all sides of the village. You're better off staying inside the walls for now.
Well, see, here's my problem. I've been meaning to visit someone in Denham. It's a small village on the edge of Abadi's forest.
I imagine this someone is pretty important to you?
Well, yeah. See, it's about a girl.
Well, surely she's worth the danger.
Oh, she is! She definitely is. I want to make sure she's okay. With all these monsters around, there's been no word from Denham at all.
Mosca, if my travels take me there, I'll let her know you're thinking about her.
Oh, thank you so much. You're great. You're really, really great.
Dude, I just said I'd talk to her. I'm not going to pull her up on my shoulders and carry her back here for you. So, I actually had an idea for a, not a setting, but a planet, basically, which was operated under RPG mechanics in lore. So in other words, people would level up doing, like if I went to my old job, managing Arby's, right? I would actually be leveling up my skill of manager every day I worked there, and it would just kind of slowly increase. And it would get to the point, like, where I would actually have a ding every so often, depending on how I did that. So that you kind of reminded me that. There were also some other concepts about the whole leveling thing, and it made for... I loved the idea, and I still want to do that story someday, because the whole point was to examine a culture in which killing people is immediately and demonstrably rewarded, and the mess that could make of a society. Muramasa? What, Killer Bean?
Oh, hi. You're new. Are you travelers? Maybe you can help me? I can't find my little brother, Corbin.
He's not in the village?
No, he's not here. I can't find him, and I've looked absolutely everywhere.
Don't worry, I'll keep an eye out for him. What's your name?
My name is Colleen. Oh, I wonder if he left the village. He could get hurt.
Calm down, Colleen. I'll look for him. Where did you see him last?
I think he was doing something for Mr. Gianni, but whenever I ask him about Corbin, he says he's too busy. I really don't like that guy.
Gianni, huh? Okay, wait here.
If you find Corbin, please bring him home. I'm really getting worried about him.
Oh, you mean this is a Muramasa clone? Okay, that makes a little more sense, Killer Bean. Even though it isn't, but yeah. So we've got beasts, lizard folk, goblinoids, giants, dragons, undead, demons, devils, extraplanar creatures, Cthulhu-esque creatures. I don't know if I could come up with any off the top of my head, Ventures. Any others, I should say. Okay, there's a down... Oh, it's over there. This is actually Kingdom Hearts 3, Darker Soul. Which totally has a playable demo at E3, guys.
Good day. I'm Mayor Bram. So, you're the hero I've been hearing about.
It's nothing, really. We're just passing through.
No need to be modest, my friend. We can't thank you enough for your help. Things have been rough in Aurora of late, so having a true hero in our midst is really boosting morale. So, what's your name, son?
Dust. My name is Dust. And some of the villagers I've met, they don't seem quite as pleased as you.
Ah, are you talking about the Watchmen? You must understand, hardly a day goes by without some monstrosity attacking our peaceful village. They were simply being cautious. Take my word, I'm sure they meant no ill will.
There was also this girl.
Yes, that could only be Ginger. She can be a bit of a handful, but don't pass judgment on her like that. You have no idea what she's gone through this past year.
She looked pretty upset about something.
Don't concern yourself. We have other matters to discuss.
What help could I possibly provide? A few giants in a field seem like the least of your problems.
Yet again with the modesty. You're no mere travelers, that much I've gathered. Mineral merchants don't wield blades as impressive as yours, Dust. Please, we really could use the help.
I don't know. I'm searching for something myself.
Then perhaps we can help each other. If you help our village, I promise I'll do whatever I can to help you. But I can be of no assistance while our village is constantly attacked by these creatures. We suspect their leader is close by, and if you could...
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold on a second. You're saying those mindless thugs have a leader?
Until recently, they would attack us in small groups. Nothing we couldn't handle. Now, they coordinate attacks on a much larger scale, hitting the village on both sides, driving our forces apart. I assure you, whatever leads these things is experienced in warfare.
What do they want?
Our land, I imagine.
Just a casual observation, but they don't seem the farming type.
Well, whatever it is, it's become a serious problem. If you truly are as capable as I hear...
You want us to find their leader?
It certainly would cripple their advance. You'll be doing the entire village a great service.
How about it, Dust?
Well, You feel a conflict of emotions. This is good. I will abide by your decision, Master. I trust you to take the right path.
Helping this village is the right thing to do. But it's more than that. It's almost like I know these people. Like I have to help them.
I think that strange feeling you've got is a little foreign concept called compassion. I'm proud of you, Dust. Of course, if you said no, I'd need to bite your face off.
Charming as always, Fidget.
I think you've made a wise decision.
All right, Mayor Bram, you've convinced us. We'll do what we can to help stop these attacks.
That's my boy.
My boy.
The Watchmen reported increased monster activity to the east of our village, so I imagine that's where you should go. But do be careful. Strong as you may be, I've seen many fine warriors lose their lives to these monstrosities.
I understand, Mayor. I'll be careful, and I'll be back.
Who asked about the voice acting? I got a question earlier about that. My answer to whomever that was, 7,000 years ago, is that it's very competent. I mean that sincerely. It's not like the best voice acting in the universe, but it is extremely competent. It contains most of the hallmarks of someone who is at least accustomed to voice acting. Varying tone, knowing when to pause, you know, that kind of stuff.
Hey, you're the outsider.
Yeah, that's me.
That's great. So you must know your way around out there. Maybe you could do me a favor.
Depends on the favor. What is it you need?
Well, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Fail, and I'm in charge of keeping our guards well equipped.
Oh, so their poor equipment is pretty much your fault.
In so many words, yes.
Blah 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 blah
I'll keep
blah 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 blah. Okay, fetch quest. Got it. I'm out. Peace. Okay. Whew. More awesome music. More flying enemies. More flying enemies. You know, going back to what Dragon was saying, I like the idea in that levels are real setting. If every ding is super obvious. Like, not just a little pshing, like in, Most Different Modes, for example, just a big ol' BWONG, you've leveled, BWONG! Like, for example, just to name one scenario right off the top of my head. Let's say you're a kid, and you're staying up late when you shouldn't be studying, for example. And as you're studying, it's all of a sudden, BWONG! Your blah 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 has leveled up, and the parents come up. Billy? Are you leveling? No. And yeah, exactly. I've actually leveled Sneak in Oblivion while sneaking up on someone. Obviously, that doesn't mean anything, but it was funny to watch.
Ah.
Hey, it's Snake Man. 6,000 gold for a key. Yikes. Ow. That was my ankle. I also have to admit, I kind of like this system right here. For those of you not aware how this works, because I was kind of skipping through it. So every time you catalog a new thing by selling it to the merchant, they slowly start stocking that material in their shops. And there's a little pop-up that'll show up in the lower left. It's like, shops have restocked. So that's actually kind of a cool way to encourage you to explore without forcing you to grind. Whoops. Whoa, whoa! Okay. Hi, guys. Oh god, Braggwood, I just realized what that meant. Hey, Ensign. And now to quit playing the game. No, I'm serious. I'm not serious. What's the opposite of serious? The only way it could be worse is if Reach showed up and he's actually played this game. He doesn't play anything except Overwatch. Ooh, help. Your health is no match for my jujitsu. Sword jitsu? Sword jutsu? No, jid. I've lost it. I give up. Aw. I was about to ask who, Malaeus.
Finally, we're out of those caverns.
What's the matter? Afraid of the dark?
Ha! I laugh at the dark. Actually, I'm afraid of heights.
Wait, heights? How is that possible? You fly all the time, everywhere.
Oh, do I? I must have forgotten. Just like you must have forgotten that I can still fall at any time.
Never looked at it that way. You're an interesting one, Fidget.
Okay, I take it back, Brigwin. I've decided to not actually have damage happen. Whoa! Damage happen. whenever you level up. I mean, everyone would just be basically Krogan at that point. Whoa! These are literally pushing me to 1 health each guy here. Yikes. I don't know if you saw that, but I was at 80 health, and when that giant hit me, it pushed me to 1. Damn. You know what one of my favorite modes in Devil May Cry 3 was? There's a mode where every enemy has 1 HP, and so do you, Dante. That may sound easy, but in my personal opinion, that was the most difficult mode of Devil May Cry 3. And oh yeah, that one was rough and fun and awesome, and I loved it. Oh yeah, I can level. See, there's the message. Shops restocked right there. Ah! Oh god. That's just not fair. I didn't even see that guy! He's just like, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. Well, this is getting close enough to a time when I should quit playing this one anyways. Don't worry. I'm gonna go back to Enter the Gungeon and give it another shot. Final thoughts? Honestly, I've kind of already given them. This is a great game to get people interested in Metroidvanias. Like, if you haven't played Super Metroid, or Symphony of the Night, or... God, I know there's more Metroidvanias than those two. Help me out, guys. I just suddenly can't think of any. I mean, Dark Souls is a Metroidvania, but that's not quite what I was talking about. You get my point. If you're trying to get into the genre and see if you'll... Shadow Complex, that's a good one. If you're trying to get into the genre and debating if you actually like it or not, this is a great first game to jump into. Despite the seeming unfairness of this section, I can tell you exactly why it's happening. It's because I put every single point of experience and all of my equipment into boosting my attack. My HP is the exact same as it was when I first started the game. And so is my defense. A Metroidvania... Man, I don't know how to define a Metroidvania other than saying a Metroid game. No, seriously though, a Metroidvania is a game in which the progression is non-linear. There's a lot of explorative elements. You are trying to... It doesn't have to be a side-scroller. I mean, Dark Souls is a Metroidvania. Metroid Prime is a Metroidvania. You have to... The form of progression in a Metroidvania may or may not be attached to levels, but it is definitely attached to abilities. That's a key part of a Metroidvania. As you gain more abilities, like the ability to jump up, or the bat form, or you know the ability to roll into a ball, it naturally unlocks new areas. See, that's really what defines a Metroidvania and sets it apart from every other form of game in terms of genres, is level design. And Metroidvania lives and breathes on its level design. And having the the concept of, as you're going through, you see 3 different paths that you can't do anything with yet, and so you have to come back and go back, you know, that kind of a thing. That is what a Metroidvania is. And this is a Metroidvania. I'm not sure what else to say about it. Other than that! God! Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and switch back to Enter the Gungeon. So that's my final thoughts on this one. Gets a stamp of definitely recommended, most likely. And I'm buying that soundtrack. That was a really good soundtrack. The funny thing is, the term is Metroidvania, but arguably that term wasn't coined until Symphony of the Night came around. Which is arguably when that term was coined. But it does go back to the original Castlevania, or excuse me, the original Metroid. The first Castlevania to be a Metroidvania was Symphony of the Night, whereas the first Metroid to be a Metroidvania was Metroid 1. Because even the original Metroid is still a Metroidvania. Alright. I disagree with that, Gary. As much as I like Castlevania 2. Throughout the galaxy, a legend is told. I don't even remember seeing this the first time. On a distant planet, a grim fortress stood. Until a deadly force parted the heavens.
Zug zug.
An orc, apparently. It was a bullet. Though brought to ruin, the ashes of that place hold an artifact of impossible power. I suppose I could see how Castlevania 2 could be considered a very, very basic Metroidvania. So I can't argue that. A gun that can kill the past. Over time, the fortress was rebuilt, with smiling mountains in the background, because apparently this is Super Mario World. And some who hear the legend would risk everything for another shot. To claim their prize and make what was done undone, they must enter the Gungeon. Alright, let's do this. Let's make a real attempt here. How far do I have to get to start getting some progress? Because I beat the first boss. I know that doesn't sound like much, really. Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but maybe this is just my linear mind. But I figure if you have a gun that can kill the past, like your past, all that would happen is you'd cease to exist because you are no longer in the past. And therefore, are not there to be in the present. So how's that support thing work, out of curiosity? Okay. Ah, gotcha. Whoa, God, pay attention. I wonder if it's going to be the same boss again. Like, some roguelikes will vary up the first boss you encounter, either by level design or by, literally, linearity. Oh God, what's the name of that roguelike I actually rather enjoyed? I played music from it. It's one where you have to move in time to the beat. You know. God, what's Crypt of the Necrodancer, that's it. In Crypt of the Necrodancer, it would vary up which boss you encounter in which order. Which could lead to some bad situations if you get a really hard boss early on, but yeah. Oh, the gun itself is paradox-proof. So no worries on that one. Actually, I suppose if you kill your past and have the Time Traveler's Exemption Clause, then you'd be fine. It's just no one would have any idea who you are because you never existed. Oh god, it's big dude. Oh god. I really doubt that lurker since, you know, the whole point is the partnership with Amazon. I mean, I actually talked about this on a Lorwick. It's basically just a convenience feature. Filthy, non-acceptable country person. I don't know. I can't even do that fake properly. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm still stuck with this and the shot off. I haven't really gotten a real gun yet. Basically, Jujus. I pretty much learned everything I wanted to from it for an exploration, and I said I'd go back to this game, so here I am. So, out of curiosity, how many of you will be joining the E3 shenanigans over the coming 5 days? Hello. For those of you not aware, all the E3 stuff I'm going to be covering live is on the website. Obviously, I will not be covering Bethesda, not because I don't want to, but because it's at freaking midnight, my time. And I am an old man who cannot stay up until midnight. Especially not for Bethesda. So what is he selling? Ammo belt. That sounds awesome. Grappling hook. A key, armor, and ammo. Also, hi, Myron. Okay, so that does just flat out increase my ammo capacity. Nice. Grappling hook will have to wait. I was asking you a question, Sonoshi. Low god blob. Well, that sucked. Well, like I said, Nintendo's pretty much already said what they're showing at E3, and it's just Mario Odyssey and the Pokéland thing, and Pokken, excuse me, Pokken, they're going to show it off. Why are you sad, Tree? Other than the fact that it's Season 2. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh. I had to analyze it. Looks like it's boss time with 1 health. This will go over well. Yeah, even by Pacific Standard Time, Bethesda isn't doing their showing until 9 at night. Which is a little bit eyebrow raising. it's easier to... It's easier and takes less time, Zawan, basically. It's more of a engineering problem than a design problem, if that makes sense. Or, I'm saying that wrong. In other words, in order to make a procedurally generated game as an engineering problem, to make a manually crafted game as a design problem, because you have to actually design and craft it. And I have a feeling a lot more designers out there are better coders than they are designers, if that makes sense. That's just a theory. I don't actually know if that's true or not. Hey, Griffin. Ooh, different boss. His Highness, the Bullet King. And also the Bullet Princess, it looks like. Oh, great. I have no idea what this guy does. God damn it. Oh, good. I already killed the princess. Don't take that out of my face. And I'm dead. Take two. I'm gonna give this 2 more deaths, and then I'm gonna give up again. I don't have all night. Hey, there is just so many times in EU4 I wish I could just have one of the leaders assassinated. For rules of succession or whatnot. And I just realized that that's horrible. Okay, this room for a first room sucks. Having the red massive AoE guys with blobs with bouncy bullets. See you around, killer. Anyways, so for anybody who is actually going to be watching E3 with me, and I know some of you have already answered this question, but I posit to you a theoretical. I could stream while E3 is going on. Now, to explain what I mean by that, obviously I'm going to be live streaming the conferences themselves. That's already scheduled, it's already on the website, it's been there for months. What I mean by that is the in-between time. I can't do a major stream, like for example, I can't do Season 3 of The Walking Dead, because I would have to interrupt it constantly because of the E3 stuff getting in the way. But I have a couple of things I could stream that could be interrupted with relative ease. Or I could just go work on YouTube stuff. And it is going to be one of those two things, because I have to get work done one way or the other. It would basically be an elongated chill run, yes. That is the idea. Wait, what? Yep. Can I pick it up? Doesn't look like I can. I'd have to go check Zilon, I'm not sure. I still haven't... Do you mean how much I've actually received? Because that's 0, and will be for, I think, another 2 months at this point. If I can't get away from the wall... Stellaris, Griffin. Although that will be interrupted by E3. I forget how many times. Although we'll probably be restarting the Stellaris game. the heck am I supposed to get that away from there? Whatever. Something for the future, if I ever find a water barrel that's accessible. No, but I'm gonna be dead soon if this keeps up. Good lord, I know I'm not great at these games, but yeesh. I've already finished it, Lurker. In fact, it's already uploaded. Well, that sucked. I don't know if you noticed, by the way, but the bullets have cute little faces. Oh my god, what is that? I've never seen that before. I mean, it's clearly the guy from Link to the Past. You know, I'm trying to get as far ahead as I possibly can. Hang on, in order to look that up, I have to do this one, so give me a minute. Well, yeah, you gotta have bullets shooting you with... there's actually a bullet I got later that shoots gun, and unfortunately I lost it. I died almost immediately after getting it. Let's see here. What's a crate, by the way? Like, what is the crate thing you guys get? $622.18 is the answer to your question. Ooh, that was actually close. Oh, jeez. Yeah, that was a little higher than I thought it was going to be. Oh, a water barrel. Corpses explode. Okay. Okay, so let's see if I can get this water barrel all the way up there. Wait. Taking this thing. Where was I taking this thing? Is it over here? So was I, Epic Da Vinci. Believe it or not. Okay, it's this room. I was right. It's that room. Okay, so let's do... Thank you. So, someday I may even be able to be different. I am a little surprised it's taking Twitch this long to get a sub button. I also didn't think it would matter that much, since it only really is going to apply to people who have Twitch Prime, since anybody who actually cares is probably already over on Patreon. But I've heard at least 3 or 4 people ask about it, so that's 3 or 4 subs, damn it. And you know what? I'm happy about that. Oops, let's put that out of the way. All I know about Microsoft's presentation at E3 is Scorpio! Also Scorpio! Also Scorpio! Also Scorpio! Also Scorpio! 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 Scorpio. Seriously, it's practically all they've been talking about. No! I didn't even know I could... whatever. Okay, whatever. Windows 10 and Xbox One exclusive. I'm turned around now. Just trying to get the table out of the way. Whatever. Time to kill the princess again. And the lead throne. Actually, if you think about it, a throne made of guns is kind of awesome in its own way. Whoa, 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 lady. Chill. I just shot you. God. Whoa! 2 more deaths. So I'm told there's progression to this. How? I mean, I have beaten the first boss before. I don't even remember what Horizon I have right now. It's one of them. It's the one that's not quite as good as the Intel I was eyeballing, but it was half the price. That's all I remember. So I have to get way further down in order to live, in order to progress. I guess that makes no sense. I'm getting worse. I'm getting worse, guys. If I find the boss room again, I'm just going straight to it. I'm not actually exploring the dungeon. Speaking of which... Oh, hey, it's back to Raven. I guess that answers that question. So we've had a Game of Thrones reference and a Metal Gear Solid reference in our bosses so far. I wonder what other bosses in this game. Damn it! I look at chat for 1 millisecond. That's the 1 millisecond that he happens to target when he freaking misses. One more death. I don't. At this point, I'm pretty sure the seesaw effect is officially taking effect. Ah, fits. And Zugs. No dowsing allowed in the Gungeon. Oh, right. And back to these guys. So I'm gonna try not to kill the princess this time. Maybe that'll help. I don't know. We'll find out. Okay. I don't think it's helping leaving her alive, by the way. Kind of crazy. Hello, girl. I just walked into her. Why did she die? Oh, well, time to sit on the lead throne. Oh, I have a bee gun. Okay. Oh. Oh. Time to die on level 2. See if these home in, like I'm assuming they do. Whoa! What kind of attack is that? Kill them by bee minions. Looks like they do home in. A little bit. Bees! Bees! strategy eats through ammo, but it seems to be working, so, you know. No, I'm terrible at dodging. I can't wait to die horribly in Dark Souls 3. I almost wonder if there's any logic behind this. Like, shotgun shells or bats? I mean, they're also just shotgun shells, so, you know. I don't know. Vampires were shotgun shells too, or something. That makes sense, bro. I was the same way. I was a little bit younger than I. Also, I'm the same way right now, so I suppose my sense is still valid. Oh, guys, blue shotgun shells. I'm getting Zelda up on this one. Oh! So that's Enter the Gungeon. I don't have anything new to add to this. I mean, it looks like an extremely well done roguelike. I don't have anything new to add to this. Good music, good animation. Level design is interesting. There's lots of funny, weird stuff in the background. That's actually kind of weird, girl. I would love to know more of the story, but apparently I suck too much to actually accomplish that. And I haven't gotten far enough to get anything that actually sticks from death to death. So, the end. What time is it? Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and cut off. I think I'm just going to make an executive decision as where I was streaming tomorrow. But I am going to be streaming at 10 a.m. tomorrow. I know E3 doesn't start at 10 a.m. tomorrow. But I think I'm going to go ahead and commit to that. Because screw YouTube! See you around, those of you watching on YouTube.